Hello, it's still New Year's. Excuse me. So, right now, it's 10:28 p.m. still on Saturday, January 1st, 2022. So, I need to practice to try to go to bed and fall asleep earlier, which I probably not right after this video, but shortly after this video, I'm going to try to excuse me, I'm going to try to make myself go to bed and go to sleep because I'm tired of not being able to go to sleep or go to bed until 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, like falling asleep. Because when I was working, you know, I started off coming home about 11:30, 12, and then I guess fall asleep around 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. And then when I was at the high school, but then when I was at the middle school, excuse me, when I was at the middle school, I was getting off at 9 o'clock at night, and then come at like 9:15. I come home. So but I'm trying to make it to where I can go to bed earlier and wake up earlier in the morning. This is not a planned New Year's resolution or nothing, but this is something I have been trying to fight to do. And when I was at that extended stay hotel, I didn't get to fall asleep until like 4 and 5 o'clock in the morning. And I hated waking up at 11 and 12 o'clock. But I don't even like going to, like trying to go to bed at 11 or 12 and can't sleep until like 3 o'clock in the morning and then wake up at like 9:30 or 10 o'clock. I don't like that. I want to be able to go to sleep earlier and wake up earlier. So, I would like to go to bed in between the hours of 9 p.m. and 11 p.m. and then wake up between 6 and 8. But even if I wake up at 9, I guess it's not that bad. But, I don't want to be waking up and eating breakfast at 10 o'clock in the morning. That's so late and stuff. So, and a lot of nights, my anxiety be really high at night and stuff too, you know. But, well, my day wasn't 100% perfect, but it was, I'll say I had about 92% good day today. And I was determined to not leave the room, the motel room. And I was determined to not really have any in-person interaction with anybody. And I had one rude comment somebody told me online yesterday ruined my entire day. And of course, it was a narcissistic abuser that everybody defended and agreed with his comment getting offended by me, by something that he, could have minded his own business if he didn't like what I said. But, excuse me, I spent all afternoon working on this special project that this writing project that I'm not gonna reveal yet. But at the moment I'm working on a nonfiction ebook called What Other Than the Psych World. I'm working on it. So, excuse me. I wrote a short story today. Yeah, I know. And I entitled it The New Year's Resolution. And if you're interested in reading it, I'm going to put, you know, the short story in the description box. So, I'm glad that I had a pretty good day today. So, I mean, I'll say the day is not over yet because once midnight hit, then I'll say the day is over. But for now, I'll say the day is not over yet, and anything could happen. Hopefully, nothing will happen in the next hour and a half, but anything could happen. So, of course, I was working on my personal project and working hard on it. But of course, I was on my computer and laying in bed all day working on my project. But today was nice enough and up to like 77 degrees on New Year's. Nice enough that I could have and probably should have and had the opportunity to go to the beach and get in the water and get wet and have fun and stuff. But I'm kind of scared to walk up walk up that bridge. I never saw anybody walk on it, but I heard that you can, but I haven't tried yet to walk on that bridge. I haven't tried to walk on that bridge, but it's like I've been scared to do it. But at the same time, at the moment, I have $1.97 in the bank. All the money from the work money, it's gone. No more money from the job. But, in my main bank account, all I have is $1.97. So I don't get paid until Monday. And I had still been, well, not today. Today I didn't try to go looking for a job. It's New Year's. But I didn't try to go, online job hunting or nothing like that. But tomorrow, it's supposed to rain all day. And then after that, it's supposed to get cold. Really, really cold. Like, I saw, in the people I'm subscribed to on YouTube, I saw one of the people I'm subscribed to said that we in an area right now where we're in a state of emergency. And I don't know if it's weather related or not. But tomorrow night and the night after it rains, it's supposed to be freezing cold, like very cold. And then the rest of the week, it's supposed to be colder than what it had been. And then the week after, it's supposed to be raining, I guess, up until like next Monday or Tuesday. it's supposed to rain. And so and then I think the weather's supposed to be a little warmer after that. But with my social security check and the money that it costs to stay here, that's only enough money to be able to afford to stay here 1 week with my social security check. And after that, I can't afford from my social security check to stay here 2 weeks. So, um, last night, well, actually, super early this morning, right after the new year, and I did that video. And then after that, I I uploaded, and I'm surprised that with my phone storage space allowed me to upload it pretty fast. Like, I guess within 20 minutes. And I'm like, well, wow. I was glad about that. But as I said, I really don't have any plans personally for any New Year's resolutions. But because I break them all the time. Can never keep a promise. I mean, as far as New Year's resolutions go, I can never keep a promise talking about keeping a promise to myself, So, I can never keep a promise to myself as far as New Year's resolutions go. So, I might as well just not even plan, you know, and then our New Year's resolutions be the same every year, and we break them every year. But the short story that I did about the New Year's resolution, it made me wonder where I'm flawed at in my personal life, for real. I didn't realize until after I read back the short story, and I marveled at, like, wow, make me feel like I do need to make some changes. Like, usually there have been, quite a bit of times of me going for walks, daily walks every day, and up to 3 hours a day at one point. I was just walking and walking and walking and had like a daily walking routine. But due to the gang stalking it got worse. It's the reason why I've been staying. I'm not a lazy person, but it's the reason why I've been staying in here. I could have walked to the beach and just gone for walks and walks and walks. Or even if not the beach, I could have walked in an area or in a neighborhood that I had never seen before, and explore something new and stuff like that, But and it's like, I guess if I would have been on those walks, I probably could have lost more weight than I am. Like, I'm at 256 or 257 right now. And about 256 or 257. And it's like how much skinnier I could have been, if I would have gone for walks. And at one point, when I was living in New Orleans in 2017 and 18, I was even trying to jog. I was even taking walks when I was living in Greenville, South Carolina as well. Taking walks for exercise. But, like, well, with my Social Security check, it seems like as if I can only afford 1 week in a motel, and of course, gotta pay my storage bill and my electricity bill. I mean, not electricity, I meant to say cell phone bill. But I determine what's important for me and what's not. I mean, you don't have that authority to say, "Oh, get rid of your storage unit," or this and that is not important. But I just don't like the idea of grown adults trying to tell other grown adults how to live their lives or what to do. And especially when somebody was born after you and younger than you and think that they have more knowledge or wisdom than you. You know, and it's like trying to dish out unsolicited advice, trying to tell you what to do. You know, and they'll tell you something that will give you the advice more like to make you suffer more rather than you know rather than they're not trying to tell you. They'll tell you that, oh, I'm telling you this to help you, but it's more like to help themselves and deprive you. you know so I don't know. If you're living in the state of Minnesota, why should my storage unit matter to you? I feel like I need it. I have certain important things and important documents that I cannot carry around. So, all my stuff got stolen. Well, almost all my stuff got stolen when I was on the streets. And so I can't afford to have that happen again if it's January 14th and I have to go back on the streets. If I had to be back on the streets by January 14th because I didn't have, didn't get to secure another job, or B, didn't have really anybody to help me or enough people to help me, and the I mean, these agencies don't really care to try to do anything to actually help. And then they make everything super hard to try to get the help. Like, certain agencies want your birth certificate, the original of your birth certificate and your social security card and this and that, whatever, just to get help. And some homeless people don't even have ID. So, you know, it's more difficult. I mean, I don't think every homeless person is walking around with their birth certificate in their bag on the streets or even in the shelters. And a lot of homeless people who have the fortune to get to have a social security check, they can have, I guess that's considered a luxury to have a storage unit. But it's also a necessity because they have certain important things you need to keep in there and store and keep secure. You know? But it's like, how does it hurt you for me to have certain things? I've had certain people tell me, get rid of your cell phone too. Well, how am I supposed to survive? So, um, like earlier this week, it was supposed to have been forecasted to rain all week. And it probably rained maybe Tuesday night, but it wasn't forecasted to rain Tuesday. But then the rest of the week, it was more like overcast and didn't really rain. But you know, and Monday being the 3rd, I have errands to run, and I have to probably brace myself for a possible, disaster day or a bad day. When I on the 3rd of the month when I gotta run my errands, they gang stalked me super bad for whatever reason, you know. But I'm sick and tired of the workplace mobbing and workplace bullying and, bouncing around from job to job, being considered blacklisted, blackballed, or unemployable. Excuse me. So I'm trying to find a way to make my own income or have my own job. But people want to make sure that I'm ignored and that nobody pays attention. Excuse me, that nobody pays attention to me. They don't want me to get any help. And I mean, why is it other people can make a living off of Patreon and YouTube and blogs and stuff like that, or ebooks or something, but I'm not allowed to do that. And so it's like they're self-righteous with condemning me and falsely accusing me of scamming, trying to get over on people, or just being a super crazy, mentally unstable person who just wants clout and attention. And that's not what I'm trying to do. So I realized that the so-called food for prepping and survival, when you're trying to avoid certain foods that ruin your health, it's pretty much kind of more expensive. So if I would have gotten the bad foods that really destroy your health, I probably could have got more food for less money. But I try to be healthy, and I mean, and it wasn't even a whole lot of food. It was like maybe 5 or 6 bags of food to set aside to try to prepare and survive. And I'm not even sure if that's, I know that's not enough, but as I said, I'm staying here week to week and I can't even, this is not a permanent place. So this is why I'm still considered as homeless, because I don't have my own permanent place. And so a lot of opportunities are shut down because I don't have a permanent place. And, I have been looking, and if I came up with first and last month's rent, landlords will still shut me down because they would say that, just my Social Security check alone is, not enough. But me having the job, in my predicament, I still would have needed help with first and last month's rent, but it was hard because me staying here and all the money going, y'all know my situation. All the money going to this motel. So, I need to try to get me. It seems like landlords won't even give me the time of the day. I'm not even allowed to ask questions. If you don't have the money right in your hand, they're narcissistic enough to not want any dealings with you unless you got the money in your hand, the whole like $2,000 or something. If you ain't got it in your hand at the moment, you're not even allowed to ask questions. Or they'll feel like you're wasting their time. They're that super money hungry that, you can't even ask questions. And the same thing with car dealerships. Can't even ask questions. And then they act like they don't want you to drive, but then at the same time, they want to handpick what car they want you to have, rather than you're not allowed to select what you would like to have, even if you did or have the money. That was pretty much the case when I had the Hyundai Elantra back in 2005, I wasn't allowed to select what vehicle I really wanted. And I had the money at that time. So the short story that I wrote, y'all can read it for yourselves, but it was about two sisters that made a bet on keeping New Year's resolutions. And one of them did a whole lifestyle change rather than just simply the short solution of just exercising. So give it a read. So I'm gonna go for now. That y'all probably might not see this till tomorrow. I love y'all. Bye.